Hi, welcome back to Monitor Training. My name is Christy Smith from AIS Inc. and today we're going to be walking through how to use Integrated Monitoring's platform Monitor to create a trip from raw video files and to transform that trip into an annotated, reviewed trip. So from our previous classes, you know the best way to get to the vessel is through the All screen, and you'll select your vessel name. From there, we need to find the start of the trip. To do this, we may know the trip date, and if that's the case, we can navigate to the date we've been informed the trip starts. Or in this event, if we're looking for the start of the trip, we can use this page day forward function button down here in the bottom right corner to look for the departure time. This vessel left its system on, which is great. Now we have video of its movements. So we'll use this to frame through each day of the calendar record. You can see down here the date moves forward in 1 day increments as I click through. So by now you should know some signs that the vessel has left port will look like a vessel track. And here we go. We can see the vessel's departure, and it appears to start fishing. So our job now as reviewers is to use the blue timeline here on the bottom to find the approximate trip departure time. We'll use the clues we see around us to watch for the vessel departing port. This might look like throwing lines. This might look like moving to get ice. We'll have to take a look. As I scroll forward, you can see the time on the bottom of the screen moving ahead. We also can zoom in using our mouse wheel to port and use our track to assist us to find the start time. Oh, here it is. Okay, so for this function, we want to leave a few minutes before they actually depart, so we have all video captured under this trip. So at this time, I'm going to verify that the port location is still here for the vessel track, and I'm going to hit Control I on the keyboard. Control I. This is setting our in point. Control I. Nothing's going to pop up. Don't fret. Now our function as the reviewer is to use the day forward to find when they return. Looks like they were sword fishing. Each day I preview through shows the track of that 24 hours. Looks like they continue to move further from shore. Okay, they appear to start to make some progress heading back while they fish. Aha! We found the endpoint. So now we can use our mouse wheel and the vessel's track to fine-tune where we're going to set the endpoint. So now I'll use the blue slider bar down at the bottom. And verify that they've arrived. Let's use our track to see this final approach. Oh, looks like they threw lines and tied up. Okay, they must be alongside another vessel. Okay, So we won't see vessel view of the dock, but we saw the vessel lines go out. We can see they remain stationary. And from the satellite view from the Google Maps, this looks like pretty typical of what we'd expect in this port area with vessels stacked up. Okay, our next function is to do Control O on the keyboard, as in control out, trip out, Control O, then Control Enter. The monitor will come up with a dialog box to name your trip. Let's name this one Demonstration. Great. So now we've transformed the video files into a trip configuration for the boat. We'll navigate to the date window to trip. And you can see I've made several demonstrations. Let's select the one we just named. Look at this. So now we have the starting point we set with Control I, the ending point we set with Control O, and every image and GPS location in between those 2 points is now encapsulated under this trip. If we toggle off events and our video, we get a great assessment of the overall trip view. From what you've been learning, you might recognize that these different color lines correspond to fishing activity. Based on changes in vessel speed, Monitor will code these different areas as potential fishing activity for us to come and review. So now we'll use our trip to enter some information. Let's toggle back on the events and the video. So we've already approximated when they left port for our trip departure. And for our records, let's mark the starting point of the trip. You can see our track of the vessel moving. And we can use this timeline bar for some fine-tuned scrolling. Check it out, it looks like they're moving. Okay, I'm gonna set the video playback speed to 5 times speed and hit play. I see them getting ready to throw the lines off, and here's our departure. Great. So now I have trip lane highlighted. My playhead timeline bar is at the appropriate time, and I'll hit enter to drop an annotation. Now this set of annotation questions is customizable to the program, and for this we will complete it after our trip is done. I'm going to zoom out on our timeline here on the left so I have a better view of the whole trip. Alternatively, I could use the blue timeline here on the bottom to scroll through the trip. With our trip annotation highlighted in that white ring you can see, we want to move down to the end to find our return point. Okay, here they go. I'm going to zoom into the chart. These intervals represent the GPS location information, and I can use this as a way to narrow down the endpoint. Let's play through. I'm going to jump the playback speed up a bit to 8 times speed on the bottom here on the red bar. Let's see. This is the moment we saw a few seconds ago when they tie up, and we see the line here on camera 3 used to connect them. Everyone must be excited to get back. Okay, I can see in camera 2 where they tie up alongside another vessel. There goes the line. Our job now is to set the end of the trip. Let's verify the trip was highlighted, yes. And we'll use this set event endpoint down here in the bottom right. Now we've created a duration event spanning 11 days and 18 hours. We have our start and our end time. And we can put information we need here based on our program's requirements. Let's imply that this trip was selected, for review. All right, so now you can see we've designated this as our trip. And our functions now as a reviewer will be to locate the fishing activity. Join me for our next video to walk through the different lanes for data entry and how to create data events. We'll move through a sample trip. I'll see you there.